The chapter opens with a breathtaking view of magical butterflies fluttering around the world tree, creating a mystical and serene atmosphere. Vlad stands in awe in the middle of the forest. He's completely stunned by the overwhelming mana, whispering to himself, "Just what is this?" A beautiful elf appears, guiding Vlad. She tells him that he can show his resolve with the sword to the world tree itself. She explains his grand destiny. Vlad must become the bridge, the passage that connects to different worlds. A high-intensity close-up. The contrast between the elf's golden amber eye and Vlad's piercing blue eye signifies their spiritual connection. Vlad shows no hesitation. With a look of pure determination, he simply says, "All right," ready to face whatever comes next. We see a close-up of his steady footsteps and firm grip on the hilt. You can feel the weight of the moment as he prepares himself. In a classic knight's pose, Vlad kneels and raises his sword. The amber gem on the pommel begins to glow with an intense, holy light. This is peak cinematography, a wide shot of Vlad kneeling before the elf under the glowing canopy, surrounded by thousands of light butterflies. A final close-up of the amber gem. It's reacting to the world tree's energy, pulsing as if it's finally coming home. A massive, luminous entity in the form of a woman appears before Vlad. This is the spirit or the mother of the world tree. The world tree erupts in brilliant gold and orange, its canopy looking like clouds of divine fire. The spirit stands before the ancient trunk, radiating a holy aura that fills the entire forest. Vlad grips his sword as the light consumes him. He looks so small, yet so firm against this overwhelming divine power. A wide shot of the tree lighting up the sky, with light butterflies swirling like a magical storm. Close up on the hilt, Vlad whispers, "I can feel it." As the connection between him and the tree solidifies, mythical flower buds begin to bloom. The text reads, "The countless possibilities the world tree had been holding." A pure white flower blooms beautifully amidst the flowing mana, symbolizing a new beginning. The luminous entity takes the clear form of an ancient, powerful queen or goddess. A close-up of her face, showing eyes filled with gentleness and hope for the future. The divine spectacle concludes with the powerful affirmation, "Are blooming." A new era for the elves is finally starting. Official title card for Chapter 113. The art style in this arc is just on another level, don't you think? The younger elves are in total shock. They turn to their leader, shouting, "Grand Elder." This is a heart-touching close-up of the Grand Elder. His expression says more than words ever could. Just, "Oh." Years of suffering and waiting finally come to an end. He whispers, "How long I've waited for this moment." Enter a new character, a stoic, purple-haired elf. He senses the massive shift in mana, simply uttering, "HM." He watches from his office as the world tree's light engulfs the horizon. Something big is changing in the balance of power. We see the daily lives of the people working the fields, finding hope in the midst of their hard labor. Scenes of simple joys, grooming a horse and an elder examining medicinal leaves. Life is returning to normal. Peak storytelling right here. If a young world is being born, then someone must protect it. That's why the knight with blue eyes. A brutal yet beautiful shot. Vlad never stops gripping the blade, even as his own blood drips onto the earth. He's literally pouring his life force into this world. His blood is described as a gift for the newborn. We see these adorable, glowing spirit creatures blooming from the light. Talk about a powerful sacrifice. The elves are moved to tears. You can feel the relief in their eyes as they whisper, "At last, at long last." A masterpiece of a panel, the world tree is fully restored. Spring came to Aushrina, and it looks absolutely legendary. Vlad is completely spent. He's kneeling in silence. But notice the small flower on his head. The forest itself is honoring him. A touching moment. We see Vlad's bloodied hands, and then a gentle hand reaches out to comfort the man who just saved their world. The elf priestess asks, "Are you okay?" Vlad looks so human here. Just a tired hero sitting on the grass next to his sword. Even in this state, Vlad smiles. His first question isn't about his wounds, but the flowers. Have they bloomed? What a goat. She gives him the most wholesome smile. Yeah, they're saying thank you. This is why we love this man was emotional depth. Vlad sighs, that's a relief. A wide, peaceful shot to end the tension. Our hero can finally catch his breath. Elid looks at Vlad with deep regret, whispering, "I'm sorry." She feels the weight of his sacrifice. Vlad reassures her with a calm smile, "No, it's okay. It was my choice." Showing his true noble heart. A stark contrast, his peaceful expression versus his bloodied, scarred hands. He bears the pain in silence. Vlad reflects, "I didn't want to interrupt that moment." He values the joy of others more than his own well-being. A side profile of Elid. She's speechless, completely moved by the depth of Vlad's character. The staff lies empty on the grass, though I didn't expect the amber to disappear. A huge loss for his house. A rare funny moment. Vlad panicked slightly. I heard this was a treasure of House Heinel. How is he going to explain this? Suddenly, Vlad senses something shifting. He pauses, tilting his head. Both of them stare into a dark, mysterious opening within the massive roots. Something is revealing itself. Elid smiles knowingly. I guess it thinks it's okay to show itself to you. The tree has accepted him. From the dark hollow of the roots, a brilliant blue-white light begins to pulse, catching Vlad's attention. A majestic holy sword is revealed. This is the legendary treasure that the World Tree has been guarding for ages. Vlad looks at the sword in shock, but the atmosphere suddenly turns cold and oppressive. Vlad senses something wrong. It's got a lofty light to it, but it gives me the creeps. The sword radiates hostility. Vlad feels as if it's literally raising its edge toward him in warning. A close-up of Vlad's bleeding hand. His blood drips into the water beneath the floating sword, triggering a reaction. Vlad's eyes narrow with intense focus. He realizes this isn't just a gift, it's a confrontation. A breathtaking wide shot. Vlad stands alone before the holy blade in a silent, mystical standoff. The sword erupts in light with a psychic warning. Don't come any closer. It's a total rejection. A powerful shockwave blasts Vlad back. He grunts UGH as the sword's mana forcibly rejects his presence. A giant, cloaked phantom appears behind the blade. He insults Vlad. You little thing that can't even open your eyes yet. This hints at Vlad's unawakened potential. Vlad is frozen in fear. The phantom's armored hand grips the hilt as he growls. Disappear from my sight. With glowing white eyes, the phantom points the blade directly at Vlad's throat. Before I cut you down. Pure intimidation. Vlad snapped back to reality, standing in the lush forest, trembling and drenched in sweat. He gasps, UGH. Elid rushes to his side, her face filled with concern. Are you okay? What's wrong? Vlad's eyes are still wide with terror. He asks, that sword. What in the world is it? Elid points back at the hollow nonchalantly, as if it's just a common household item. The bombshell, the Swordmaster's sword. Vlad's expression is priceless, pure, unfiltered shock. Chibi Vlad is losing his mind. Why is IT here? Elid explains that the legendary Swordmaster himself gifted it to them. Elid adds, the Empire's bad, but the Swordmaster was kind. Vlad stands there, processing this massive piece of lore. The truth is out. This is the legendary dragon-slaying sword. The very weapon that pierced the heart of the prime dragon of perfection. Currently, it serves as a holy talisman, a divine anchor protecting the World Tree from any outside threats. Feeling the immense pressure, Vlad asks the million-dollar question, guarding the World Tree from what? It guards against those who seek to pry into or exploit the infinite possibilities that the World Tree holds within its mana. A chilling close-up of a dragon's eye, burning with ancient rage. This visual is absolutely terrifying and sets a dark tone. The chapter ends with a massive revelation. The sword exists to protect the world from every dragon in this world. No wonder it hates Vlad.